Jay, there was 150,000 in the mountain yard last year.
No, well, they're all out and they're all enjoying themselves here, Chris. And we're coming up to race 5, the on-track favourite, the 3, ahead of the 5.
Good-o, be fantastic atmosphere there too. I hope everyone's backing a winner and having a fabulous time too. Mahoob is now 290, is the clear favourite, and Clear Out 520. Regal Thrills at 660, and Barabba Road has had support. It's at 840, very consistent horse. Express Ball expected to run well, and Our Eden looking that sweeping view across all the crowd, the umbrellas, the marquees. It is a fabulous sight there at Flemington, and always exciting if you've never been to Flemington to see these races down the straight. It really is very spectacular, and the runners are starting to move in as we take you to Greg Miles.
Jim Cassidy rode Dantana to victory last year. He's on inspection this afternoon, a $23.50 chance on the tote. Regal Thrills lines up into gate number 2. Barabba Road has the inside. This is now Wild Chili coming up into her position. She's ready. Rosarino about to come along. Struck a wet track which she didn't seem to handle before going out for a spell. Riderless one going in Clear Out. And Melbourne at 21 degrees, basking in a beautiful spring day, heading for 24. We might well get there. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. It's just a perfect day for the races. Track upgraded to good after the second on the program. True Jester's ready alongside Express Ball. Now the next to move up is Inspection. Goes up for Jim Cassidy. We're not too far away from a start here. Here's Mahoob going up. And Epic Theatre near the out. Racing now. Mahoob jumping okay in 6, and they're going to split, it would appear. They've gone left and right, settling into stride, and Barabba Road led down on the inside. Barabba Road from Clear Out, and also Our Eden is up there prominently, followed by Inspection, wider out, and Mahoob is in behind that one, followed by Regal Thrills and Jimenez last of the inside division. On the grandstand side, an Epic Theatre led to True Jester and Rosarino, and just in behind those was Wild Chili, and Express Ball is last of the 5 coming on the grandstand side towards the 400-metre mark. They race now, and here on the inside, Clear Out is moving up and going to the lead from Our Eden. Inspection gone. Barabba Road is running on, and Mahoob is called on for its effort. And down on the grandstand side, Rosarino hits the front from Epic Theatre, and Express Ball is running on. Little in the divisions here. Barabba Road is going up to Clear Out on the inside. Rosarino and Express Ball this side. They come into the line, and Barabba Road on the inside wins it. Barabba Road first from Clear Out. Now third placing Express Ball this side is in a photo with Regal Thrills. They're on opposite sides for the minor end of the prize, and behind them the weakening Inspection, followed by Mahoob, who didn't come into it, and then Our Eden and Jimenez, Rosarino and True Jester back towards the tail with Wild Chili and Epic Theatre.
Paul Gatt aboard Barabba Road. The South Australian has won the prize over Clear Out, and third will go to Express Ball. So 152, Alfie's boxed that trifecta too there. And it's paid very well. 261 Super Tab. There's the overhead shot. Barabba Road just getting the better of Clear Out right near the line, and goes on to win by about a neck at the finish. And a third finishing well was Express Ball. It came home nicely. There's the divs. 850, 230 Barabba Road. Clear Out second. Express Ball third. 1330 Quinella. 3230 Exacta. 261 the 152 trifecta, after the running of race 5 as we get closer to the big one. Now, Jim McGrath, visiting Australia from the BBC, is now talking with Andrew Bensley.
Well, he's become a very well-known face to us all here during the Melbourne Cup Carnival. BBC commentator Jim McGrath, who does a lot of work with Racing Victoria as well, attempting to get these international horses here. What about the version of 2003? What are the horses like this year?
I don't think it's a vintage year at all. Play on words maybe, vintage crop, but I don't think they're as good a bunch as there have been in other years. Just the same, they're a presence, and they'll make the presence felt.
Have you got a pick of your group?
If there were if I had to pick of the 5, I would go for Mill Street. I think drawn 23, it could be to his advantage, strangely enough. Patrick Payne is going to have to commit himself to leading. Yep. This horse bowls along in front. He did it at Windsor a couple of starts ago. He ran a very good race behind a horse called Gamut. That's good form, and I think if he can do that again, he'll run in the first 3.
Jardine's Lookout has been here before. Will that help him come cup time?
Should do. I mean, everybody then understands the tempo of the race. The biggest thing coming from England to here is just understanding how very fast they go early and then how they settle, how the races run. It's a different type of race to many in Britain. No, it will be to his advantage.
And we in Australia, in Melbourne, are probably underestimating Davy Condon. He might be only 18. We think, gee, it's a bit of a doubt coming to Melbourne on Melbourne Cup Day. What about him on Holy Orders?
Well, I must say, you were at the press conference the other day on Sunday, and I really felt for him. His best mate has been killed or just died in Ireland. He's only 18. I think he'd be thinking more of that than he will be about the race. I wouldn't worry about big race nerves. Young kids like him, he can ride. He's a very good rider, and he gets on well with the horse.
Good luck with your group, Jim. I hope, well, I don't really hope, but good luck anyway.
Okay, thanks.
There he is, Jim McGrath, visiting Australia. Hope he has a good time here too. Now, race 5 at Gat now on the scales, and he's about to walk over, and here he is.
A guy called Michael Clark, who he used to reckon was his idol once upon a time, and always kept telling a few senior people around the place, I'm going to make it as a jockey one day. Well, Paul Gatt, your dream's virtually been realised, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's good. I always wanted to be a jockey, and sort of to ride a win on Melbourne Cup Day, it's good.
Paul, you have a look around here. Probably there's a few old faces that are still familiar to you.
Yeah, there is. My old was probably not here no more, but if he's here, I'd like to say thanks to him. He's helped me out a lot.
OK, let's have a little chat about this horse here, Barrow. Now, we actually caught up with Philip prior to the race. We had a little bit of a chat with him, and I said, we don't mind the South Australians coming, taking our money, if they're good enough. He said, I think I am good enough. And I think the secret's been with this horse. He does struggle to get a bit of ground, is to keep him fresh and perhaps keep him to these sprinting journeys.
Yeah, I think, you know, we spaced his run this time in, and he races a lot better fresh. First up, he's unbeaten. I think we keep spacing his runs. He's a handy horse. He's done a good job today, 58.
All right, now I noticed also that you drew the 1 alley, you drew the red box virtually in greyhound parlance, but you decided just to ease a little bit off the rail to look for your run a little bit better going.
Yeah, I just tracked up Dan Nicholic throughout the run, and I thought he would take me right in the race, which worked out good. Ended up finishing second, took me right in the race and popped off his back at the right time and we got the money.
Well, Paul, you probably dreamt about it as a little fella sitting over there in that stool. Now it's a reality. Job well done.
Thank you.
All right, Paul Gatt, great.
Yeah, Paul Gatt, it's a great thrill for any rider to ride a winner there on Melbourne Cup Day, no matter how many years they've been.
A very gross sort of horse, and even though he's a trifle easy in the betting, he has tuned up very nicely since that first up run. So we'll put him on top, hope he gets a bit of luck from a wide gate. For second, it's number 4, Leewoods, who will come from a wideish alley as well, but he is a horse that will press forward from out there. So, again, another horse that's a little bit blowy in the betting ring. I've got no problem with that, though. We'll put him in for second. Third pick is our Jinmar. He's the money horse. He's been well supported on course. Looks well, but would you believe another horse coming from a very wide gate? And for fourth, we'll put in number 2, which is Just Landing. Looks in excellent condition after a first-up win at the Provincials last time. He certainly looks well up to winning in town. If it's not today, it will be in the future. Keep him safe in 4th spot. Summing up, race 3 at Randwick, 6, 4, 10 and 2.
All right, thank you, Tony. And Gorilla is the firmer on the tote, as you can see, and at $4.60 now for Rod Quinn and John Hawkes over Leewoods, Just Landing, our Jinmar, and Sheer Hell. That's the one they've just adjusting some of the gear on it. Jim Cassidy out of the saddle.
And of course, it'll be interesting to tally up the final crowd here, and also at Rose Hill, where there's a picnic meeting being attended, and the crowd ultimately between Randwick and Rose Hill will be most interesting. Leewoods, trained by Gay Waterhouse in the Star Thoroughbred colours, purple with the white stars, has a wide alley to contend with here, as do some of the other fancied candidates. Leewoods getting up to the back of the stalls now. One start, a win at Newcastle. And Leewoods is right. And our Jinmar has got a very, very wide gate. And here comes our Jinmar moving in now. Mitchell Bell aboard. The gelding is set and we're ready for action. This is race number 3 at Randwick. And they're off. Just landing away quickly, so was Leewoods, and Akram got out well and up looking for the lead is King of Illawarra. Settling down now, and King of Illawarra leads Leewoods narrowly. Third posse is Akram, a length and a half. Our Jinmar, Gorilla not far away. And then comes Mr. JFK, 2.5. Mountain of Light, Bright Boy, San K, Sheer Hill. Just landing to second last, and the Armadale Galloper, Armagora's last. Down the side they sweep, down by the 850. They're stringing out. King of Illawarra, keen to run. He's really fired up. He's 2 Leewoods, a length and a half. Akram. On the outside is our Jinmar. Then comes Mr. JFK. 2.5 Gorilla and a couple of lengths to Mountain of Light, racing ungenerously. San K passing it. Followed by Sheer Hill, Bright Boy just landing, and tailed off is Armagora. They work their way to the turn at the 550, and King of Illawarra, 2 Leewoods. Akram niggled at, followed by our Jinmar, and then comes Mr. JFK. And in the All Cerise, going to the extreme outside is Gorilla. Sheer Hill another 2.5 lengths away with San K, but in the straight, and our Jinmar hits the lead. And at the 300, our Jinmar a length on Leewoods. Gorilla is battling on only fairly from Akram, and then Mr. JFK, King of Illawarra, has thrown in the towel, but it's our Jinmar shaken up 2.5 lengths on Gorilla and Leewoods. But our Jinmar's in no danger, and this is a comprehensive win. Our Jinmar beat Gorilla and Leewoods. Sheer Hill got 4th, followed by San K, just landing. Akram, Bright Boy, followed by King of Illawarra, and then came Mr. JFK. Second last was Mountain of Light, and tailed right off was Armagora.
Yeah, well, Tony Brassel reported it was well backed and it bolted in, didn't it? Our Jinmar and young Mitchell Bell, 460, 210, has defeated Gorilla and Leewoods, 10-5-4. And Gorilla will be winning shortly too. He got home nicely. So 10-5-4 after the running of race number 3 on the card there at Gorilla and Leewoods. 12.90 Quinellis, 27.50 Exacta, 129.50 the trifecta of 10-5-4. 3